Over there, over there, you can't go there. Yo,
Yeah.
Kutin from more.
Kutin one time.
You know, administration. Administration. Yeah.
Me completo uma vez. Olha, que isso.
The one can make donation. Those who take our back. It's a bro for there.
Como é o jogo? Hã? I'm saying Sunday end now. Sabe? So it's exactly 6 p.m. right here, Beijing time. We are in Hunan Changsha, 28th February 2020. Kutin, welcome to Talking GH. So you're welcome to Talking GH. Kutin, what's up?
Thank you for having me here. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kutin, as you all know. Hello. Good evening, everyone. And thanks for having me here.
So coronavirus. I want to ask you, when did you first hear about coronavirus?
We actually heard about it in December. In December, because I was following, I read a lot and I also watch a lot about these kind of stuff. So I knew about it in December. Just that I thought it was just a normal thing, a basic flu. So I followed it for quite a long time. It's in the
So I followed it for quite a long time. Uh,
Okay. All right. So this coronavirus have been following it for quite a long time. Actually, when the news first broke out in December, I heard about it. So I've been following it for quite a long time.
uh, all right. So today the current updates are about close to 80,000 people have been infected just within China. I the latest cases. 36,000 people have recovered. And obviously we've had almost 3,000 people die just here inside China. Can you give us a comment on the current update?
Yeah. So you see, yeah, the expected number of death or the number of people who had died was expected when the thing broke out. Because if you look at when the thing started in the early part of January, we realized that it was new, so there were no method of controlling it. The only method which was used to control it were the supportive treatments. When I say supportive treatments, I mean normally viruses are difficult to tackle. So once when something comes and we don't know what to do with it, you take the patient. If the patient is dehydrated, you give the patient some fluids. If the patient is having some pains, you give the patient some painkillers. So you support the patient with the required needs based on the symptoms he or she is exhibiting. So the disease was continuing to spread, and then with the spike of the number of people who were infected, uh, when the disease started, we were using we were checking for the RNA of the virus.
Hold up. Can you explain RNA to the viewers who are not medically inclined?
Oh, okay, so virus or human beings or any organism in the world, we are made up of DNAs, and then DNAs are codes that our cells produce, so that our body will produce more cells or more proteins, which sends messages that hey, maybe your body needs this to be produced. So the virus, when we talk about virus, first of all, a virus is a basic organism that cannot survive on its own. It's made up of these RNA and DNAs. I'm saying this RNA and DNA because I think most of our listeners are medical students. So uh, when the virus gets into your body, it needs your body to be able to reproduce because on its own it can't work. So it takes over your body and use your system to create more of it. Because normally your system uh, produces this DNA so that more cells can be produced. But now the virus goes into your body, takes over that machine, and then the virus starts producing. So once the virus starts producing, whatever cells it attacks, it kills the cell. So that's how it comes. So if you don't have any treatment for it, that means the virus continues to kill the person who has been attacked.
All right. So far the treatments that we had
Mm,
that they are using or that are able to give people quick recovery are the antiretroviral drugs
mm,
and certain flu drugs, and I've also had mention of chloroquine, which
mm,
is popularly known in Ghana.
mm.
Can you elaborate a little bit about that?
Okay, so when we talk about the treatment of these things, like I said, viruses are difficult to treat. Look at all the viral diseases that you have: HIV, Ebola, EBV. So normally viruses are difficult to treat. So you don't target the virus that you are going to kill because it rarely happens. So now that like all the drugs they are using they are trials. Like they are combining all the antivirals that you have, not necessarily there is one particular thing which can kill it. So we are there are lots of antivirals there, but you have to look at the ones which are effective against some of them. So we have seen the remdesivir. I think that's the one that was on social media and then chloroquine. So what happens is that this COVID-19 thing that we are talking about is a part of the coronavirus. And coronavirus, they are a family of virus.
Viruses.
So we call them corona because they have crowns on the cheek. You see,
Yeah,
it's a circle and
coronavirus.
then and it has a crown on it. So that's the name corona.
Oh, so it's not entitled to this Corona drink, the beer.
Oh no no no. It
Oh,
has crowns on it. So corona. So corona has been in
I won't cut you short, but recently we saw some trend moving on social media and all that. Like it's kind of how do you call it? This Corona beer.
oh
Yeah, yeah. So people have stopped drinking the beer. So we can go back.
yeah, so that's how it is. So the corona causes corona has been it causes even the basic flu that we can get sometimes can be from corona. It caused the SARS in 2002, it caused the MERS in 2012 and all these things. And I mean these are things that have caused the coronavirus. So um, You have the other treatment.
Yeah.
So now, when they are, the way that they are tackling this is that whenever there is an outbreak, you have to test all the drugs that are there. So first you test it in the test tube or in the labs. That one is in vitro. So now, if you are these drugs that are working now, it works in vitro. So that remdesivir, when the SARS came out in 2012, 2002, they developed that drug but didn't work. So but it was still there. But when Ebola came, they used the same drug, but it was working in it killed the virus in the lab. But when they put it in the person's body, it doesn't work. So it can work in vitro, but not in vivo. So now, because there's no treatment for this current one, because I'm taking compassionate medicine. Now it has shown to be effective against it, but it's not really the choice of drug, and because it's not FDA approved. So you just give it to the person and see how it will work. Because whether you give it or not, it will kill the person. So we call it compassionate medicine. So that's what they are trying to. And then you know that for a virus to affect a cell, the virus has to bind to the cell. Right? So now, what happens is that the virus needs a specific pH, like a specific environment to bind to the cell. So what chloroquine will do is that chloroquine will alter that pH so that the virus can't bind to that cell. So you are trying to stop the virus from affecting the cell, not necessarily killing it. So these are the trials that they are working on it. And then good for us, some of them have been very effective. And then hence the increased number of recovery.
Yeah, all right. There's also one question that I have in Guangzhou.
Mm.
About 15 people that already recovered from coronavirus have tested positive
Mm.
for having the virus still in their body. Do you want to elaborate on how the virus has been able to make a comeback? Should I put it like this?
Okay. So the news was yesterday, right?
It was 2 days ago.
They are recovered, and then
Yes.
they still okay. It wasn't. It's not like the disease had come back again. They detected some of the genome or the RNA traces in the person. So definitely you know that because when you before they discharge you from the hospital, the bar is so high. First, you shouldn't have fever for more than 10 days, and then there should be no traces of the virus inside you. So that's only when they can discharge you. But definitely, I can't say much for that because but they detecting some of the nuclear components of the virus doesn't necessarily mean the virus is back. But sometimes there's something called co-infection. That's what I can explain. Let's say, sometimes our immune system can fight the virus to some extent. So what happens is that maybe I'm with you, maybe you have the virus, then you infected me. You infected to me, but you infected me, right? But maybe at this time, my immune system is able to hold it. And now subsequent, because I don't know you have it, and I don't know I carry it, and I keep on getting exposed to people who have it. It got to a point in time the virus will overwhelm my immune system. So that's another co-infection.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Kutin. We'll take a message from our sponsors. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned to Talking GH live. Alright.
So for the YouTube people to challenge, we're still there.
So
What's
for
up,
the
Imo? What's up,
YouTubers,
Imo?
yeah, we're
I'm
still
seeing
here.
Imo. Imo.
Yeah, we online, we're doing this shit live. That's what it is. We'll take a commercial break from our sponsors. Talking pictures for my GH.
Imo, with us.
Yeah,
Imo, I can see you're watching, Charlie.
my sponsors will shout out. While I stay here, I'm born.
Yeah, what is it?
So you don't even want to be my friend.
But I find it.
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You took some of that extra.
You're doing that.
Some.
And I'm a thumbs up.
Yes.
If you are listening, you're welcome once again. This is Talking GH with Kutin on COVID-19. What you really need to know about this, you know, life sentence virus, pneumonia. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Emo. You can follow Emo on Emo's YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Also, you can follow GS Force Music. Let me give you Titus Hood.
Egyptian, tell them to go on eviction. This one, yeah, tell them back an addition. You don't get that kind of addiction. Instead of inside, I bear fiction. The one of them a bit, body smoking, cigarette, shit nice. Figure it, get them the rollerblades, till them scared. Stand on them, Jamaican tip. All I do is sign rules and be taking pics. Have the new bins, the color of a baby pit. Got a spot in every state, nation, bitch. Got this young money, old money, real good money. Ain't you a feature that was no billboard money. Kingston, Beamer, Waterhouse, Jungle. Enough yelling about
This coronavirus, all you need is some tight feelings, like some tight hold, tight one. Like if you have, a fear with you, hold on tight. We need each other. In times like this, Kutin and Amebwa. Sana buka sana. Mama fuati kasa nini. Two years ago. All right, so welcome back to Talking GH Live with Kutin right here. Kutin. Right now, I want to ask you some questions. So, how has the virus affected you? Since the virus started, what were your plans? Have your plans been disrupted, or you are just going on clean?
Yes, it hasn't really affected me that much. Maybe because I'm actually a new of this. I don't go out. I'm always in my room. So definitely the only thing that has affected is the availability of food and these basic needs. You can buy what you want. You have to do it. Yeah, the only thing that you get. Yeah.
So what do you want? I mean, you say you can buy what you want.
I mean,
So, what which one you want buy? Or what do you want to buy that you are not getting?
Kose or Masa.
you can't survive on this. rice.
You need some fufu, some shima, some,
Something
yeah.
to
All right, so I mean, obviously, most people have had like a little bit of education about how to prevent this, the mass sanitary washes, and obviously, trying to stay indoors as much as possible. Yeah, but also there's this sense of security that people get by wearing the mask. Can you educate people a little bit more on the mask?
okay. So with the whole mask thing, right? You see, the virus is they say that it has to enter your respiratory tract. So it's not like there's any chemical in the mask that is going to prevent it. It's just to prevent us from touching our nose and mouth. If that basic infectious disease are you get it? No. So now then to prevent our mouth and with
Your pray
then drop it on at least you get it. But that do like this. I already know but that's it. Lots of food
Or like who could you be
you don't know what you don't know if it's contaminated.
sewage on that culture.
Look at let's look at right. Um and get back take uh
So you and your confused.
whatever the people these days no matter how you you hear that don't do it, just don't do it. Oh, better than whatever you know and then handle the thing. You know what you have to
that less of part
do. This is yes emphasize very critical we know the prevent that is it. See that I want to get COVID-19 is it. So right now the first two is 19. You see that it is and of course is clean so and like country also stigmatization because look at other countries they are
So
Yeah, some uh, uh, so what does it feel? Bro, you know what I think for those that are not like that, that is virus incontinence, and then inside now this virus is into of the gas can be diffused and that's why the complications of uh, a whole lot of the disease like and what people you know system Facebook can imagine already not very to that
so you know to see our people cancer and all that.
you are right. You see, so maybe you smoke here, but I think is a so you have so I mean there's yeah, yeah,
So like GA, all down like yeah, quite
yeah. So okay, maybe like all this and that you can know about different about COVID-19 and how it kills people. So one of the cell lungs. I think there's a kind of what the fusion of virus and so this uh they realize that nations, Africans and Africans are very big. So so I don't know that but we see Really my that Facebook
ABC. Not just
so just first you know preventive like preventive measures. I don't think to Africa, to be honest. I mean, you see, in other countries, then sometimes that's for Africa. I don't know because look at how the Ebola virus killed most of them. You understand? And then even that one for this virus, I just hope that the Nigerian government have put measures in place to, and then for them it's just one person, so they should just have to quarantine all those people that this person have had contact with. Yeah, but aside that, nobody is safe from this thing. Nobody is really safe. So I just hope that they can solve it. But I'm not here to talk about preventive because I think we all know what to do. And then we all know when I'm sure they have infectious disease doctors and that can handle this thing very well. Let's just hope for the best that it doesn't spread. Otherwise, it would have to spread already. Yeah.
Okay, dear listeners, now let's enjoy the music for a while. We'll come back, so keep on, sending me your, how do you call it, your questions and everything. And don't forget, Poma. So what I said, don't forget about the Poma product. And then also, I heard Marcia is still doing the cake and all that, the cupcake. So if you're so bored, you want to, there's a question. Can a person get reinfection after being cured? Okay. Kwalibu the cure cases. So, Walaila, yeah. Kwalibu the cure cases. Yeah. Okay. So you think say Kwalibu doctors should go to Nigeria, right? Pure arm. You're okay. As I was saying, Marcia cake, she's still doing the cupcake. So if you are so bored in the home that you want to eat something or something sweet, yeah, you can place your order. And ladies, you have to get your beauty on, get rocking. The mascaras and those things are still available in the Kumar collections. Charlie, just the packaging, right? The packaging. The packaging. Make sure you got class. That's the ultimate standard question. Yeah. Like right here, right? I have just 1 day left for this app. I just have it. Yeah, I just have the day left. See, I need to buy $20 or sponsor everything else.
Amen. I receive it.
But you make me a time.
Share. Applications and the ones that big bonus can. Not the application
Hey, it's pounds and it's a £10 or 20. Is that £10 or
Yeah, can I
$10? This is complex.
That's the way that's going to with you. Yeah.
Oh,
Boy, they go to
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. We made film.
oh, you know, to pass it out. I don't know. Yes. Oh, the kind of people they know themselves, no shout out. But no, then I'm sure my younger brother is listening.
my wife and my girlfriends.
And then everybody who's listening in this week and then something about this kind of fear and they can know everything.
Shout out me.
Hey, so if we all could be helpers,
You are not
you,
living
Marcia, anyone like, you know, I've been people saying adults. So one thing about financial people that get as soon as you go say, oh, give me this to promote, hey, really, can't you do it for free? But this is a thing I have to buy. And then so right now I'm thinking like how I can do it. You can really transportation, but if you get, you know, some few people that cash and some things like oh, putting to wait for car, put me to say who me for that school, like that we are paid to tell that all these things. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
There are some DJs around like the whole world. They are the DJs. These DJs you see in Ghana, they are not DJs. Like DJ Khaled them, they see our posts and comment. Meaning, like the big things that the other people are doing, we are doing it. These are millions. And that's yeah. Oh, people see. Okay. So right here, me my question is, I'm in this Ghana. I don't know about the Zambian community, people from Cameroon, the other countries about their plans, like evacuation plans and all that. But I've been hearing from my country, Ghana, like you know, there's some kind of evacuation like program going on. So what you think? What do you think? You think we should go home? You don't get take home.
Yes, okay, you know our community, you have to be very careful when answering some questions like this.
Okay.
See, when this whole thing, I just thought they should evacuate the people from Wuhan. That was my concern because they were the center of the epidemic. Yeah, so I thought, or I still think
Don't you?
we, those people, if they want to come on, maybe we can evacuate them, or we should evacuate them. But you have to also take in consideration what the government is also saying. You don't have the resources. That's resources. And if you look at the countries that have evacuated their people, it's not like they are big countries. That people, countries who can sponsor and then take care of their citizens. Because you have to come with a medical team, screen all of them, make sure they are okay before you put them in the plane. Put them in the plane, and then when they go home, you have to provide a center for them, right? A center, keep them for 2 weeks. And then if you look at US, the quarantine is a military base, far away from the population. Yes, you understand? But I was looking at them. I'm like,
Take your
it's a way. Yeah, that's you see. So I was thinking, where would they put them? You get it? Well, right now, most of the African countries signed it apart from the Chinese people, to serve as guardians of. And then, fortunately for us, there are no states, no Ghanaian, no Nigerian, no Zambian. I think it's just one Cameroonian guy that was.
And he was killed.
Yeah, by God's grace, we are doing well. But if someone is in Wuhan and wants to evacuate,
So I think this still go back to our Africans black being too acidic.
I'm sure there's a reason why there's a reason why this thing is not affecting us. But I don't think we could be able to handle it if this thing was in Africa. I really don't think so. I really don't think we could have. Because see, this is a new thing. It's not like so if you have an immune system, we get vaccines. And that's one thing I also want to clarify. When somebody asks you, they say, oh, Kutin, they say the treatment will come in a year or it will take 2 years to make it. No, there's a difference between vaccine and then the different vaccine and medication. They are two different things. You see, our body, when you are a kid, they give you vaccination for TB, polio. So for those who are not medical students, let me just, it's like uh, you are in a house, you have a house, and then you have dogs serving as your security. So now you've trained the dogs that anytime that this person comes inside, don't attack it. Anytime this person does, don't attack. So when a strange when a different thing comes, automatically the dogs will have to attack people. So that's how the immune system is programmed. So what happens is that with the vaccine, so let's say we get a, a vaccine for corona. What you are trying to tell the body is that okay now we take the virus and then we kill it. We kill the virus and then give it to the body so that the body will know that okay, anytime this structure comes into it, they have to attack it. But because you've killed it, the virus can cause damage. So once you have a vaccine towards that thing, anything that comes into the body,
Okay, Kuti, you have a question here. You have a question here. This from Kobe. He's saying, Abego, can a pregnant woman transmit to child?
oh, okay. I think in Wuhan, there were some pregnant women who were affected with the virus, but when they give birth to the children didn't have the virus. So there will be no case of vertical transmission as far as I'm concerned. So,
Okay, so does that mean that this is not, how do you call it, a virus that can be transmitted via blood, right? Because if I know unborn child, their lungs are not open yet, their lungs are not developed. It's really mature or open outside. So meaning this virus cannot enter, right?
yeah, I have to agree with that because as far as the child was born and then wasn't the thing wasn't infected, sorry, found in the blood, I don't think you can just say anything about it. So I can't say what I do. I can only say what I do.
I think your answer has been your question has been answered, Charlie.
This answer to the question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now,
All I like say she thought they when her body inside. Then go back, yeah, go back.
Because if you look at first when the thing started, the number of deaths were I think it was higher than the number of recovery.
Yeah.
But now there have been just 6,000 people recovered and then 2,000 people dead. That's like more than 10 times the number of deaths. So that means whatever they are using is working. It's working. So and then they say 98% of people who are dying are people who are old and then with other underlying diseases. So if someone has
I would like to ask one personal question to Putin and also from most of the medical students here in China. I wanted to know, like, do you think a time will come they will say, okay, now you guys should go back home because your studies have been terminated, or they give you a pre-graduation certificate because they keep on postponing the time for reopening schools and going back to the hospital for the intention. So what do you think?
okay, uh, I think with this question, right, we should actually look at the whole thing in another perspective. Maybe for those of us having intensive, maybe we can't go to the hospital. But why can't you go to the hospital? To take care of us so that we don't get in contact with it. But our juniors, they are still having classes, online class. So whether they go to class or not, they are still having, they are receiving
Oh, in your
education
school?
everywhere. Everywhere.
Not in Chansha Medical.
Maybe
Not in my school, Chansha
maybe
Medical.
I'm sure maybe from next week they will tell because I think most of the schools around China are having online classes.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's I mean that's it should tell you that this country is a very one of the best countries that
People are
because these are things that US they can't do. They can't do all these things.
Using high fiber internet and all that.
The way they came to evacuate the people, everybody was like, okay, now they have the cure. But they've not been able to cure even 10 of their people. Right? They have to send all their goods to China. But what have they done? We are still using the Chinese method to treat these people. You know, one thing about US is that, and these Western media is that, if it is not affecting them, they hype it and make it look like it's the worst thing. Last year alone, over 1 million people died of flu in the US. Nobody said anything about it. Over 500,000 people died of heart attack. Sorry, heart disease in the US. Nobody said it. But this thing is China, so they have to blow it out of proportion. Forgetting that whatever happens to China affects the world too.
Chungwa Jayo, China Jayo.
Stock markets,
Where would you?
stock markets and everything.
So can we say things are getting better now?
Yeah, I think,
It would be better if you add your name to it. Okay, this from Quam Studio. Shout out to Quam Studio. Recovered patients are being tested positive again. What could be the problem?
okay. So what happens is that when we say that they are being tested positive again, right? I think it's they have been recorded, right? But they found traces. I explained that earlier that they found trace amount of the virus nucleic acid of it in the blood. It doesn't mean the virus is still. It's just like when somebody has hepatitis B and when the person is pure. So when you test the person blood, you are going to get hepatitis B antibodies.
Antibodies still there.
Exactly. So these are things I think um, like if you do medicine or you learn, you would understand. It doesn't mean that necessarily the whole thing is they are getting.
Or if you did pharmacology, that you know all about these viruses and growing bacteria. Farming, you know better. Also, this one's. So, can we say things are getting better? Things are getting better. Things are getting better.
If you believe the figures coming out, uh, personally, I believe them. I believe them. I can't say I don't believe them. I just have to believe them. I don't know whatever you think. So, for what I believe, I think things are really getting better because it's not only cancer that yeah, there have been about 10 provinces which have been recorded cases in the past 1 week or some days. You see, and some people want to bring the argument that maybe they are hiding some of the figures. But if you look at the ratio, right, the mortality ratio, if you think they are hiding the cases, as US also doing the same, South Korea, all those are they also because if you look at the number of deaths, the cases, and look at the percent, you realize that no, they are very similar. So I think things are really getting well. Things are really getting well.
Hey, I'm enjoying
In
this.
China. Things are getting well. In China.
Things are getting well in China.
I'm enjoying this. And this one is from Gurli.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so things are
That's
getting better in China, but I
from
think
Korea again. From Korea again. Maybe you should read this one.
if you don't know how much about this thing, how sure are you that people have recovered? So coronavirus is there, right? When they say new strain, it doesn't mean the coronavirus has turned into a different virus. There's a difference between mutation
Yeah.
and the strain.
The strain.
Maybe uh, if let's say this is a virus, right? I'm just trying to bring it down so that everybody. So now let's say the virus has something on the virus called S protein. S protein, right? But every protein on the virus has a shape that the body can, or that can the body can recognize. But now this is that shape has altered a little bit, not fully change the whole structure of the DNA of the virus. Like so it has altered a little bit. So now just that little change, it makes the virus look different from what the body is used to. So now let's say it's a surprise attack. The body doesn't know what this thing is. So now the body will have to wait a long time and study the virus
Identify,
and
like,
then find a proper immune
Response.
response to it. You see, so that is how it works. So the body to it needs time to think. It's not like somebody comes into you. No, sometimes you have to go back, even more. Sometimes you have to retreat,
Yeah.
then retreat
Before
before
you
you
can fight it.
then you can before you can fight it. So that necessarily means if it's a mutation, then we can know okay now we are heading towards a pandemic. You see, even then let's talk about this thing, the other countries. South Korea, I think now they have about 2,000.
South Korea.
South Korea over 2,000, and then Iran.
Yeah, South Korea has
Thailand,
1,987.
and then Thailand, US, all of these are they are they keep on spreading. So with that South Korea case, I think everybody knows what happened. Everybody knows what happened in South Korea. An infected person went to a funeral, uh, and they were having a church service, right? And then he went, I think, twice to the church, and then the whole thing is, and then in Italy too, when they closed down. Even yesterday, before the Europa League, you realize that the Inter Milan stadium, they played in an empty stadium. So you see, so
Actually, me, I'm not a football fan, so my brother fan today, this morning, was telling me about that.
So right now, every government is trying to put in measures that will help their citizens. Maybe we as citizens wouldn't agree, but that's the only choice that we have.
So, as you are saying, like every country or every government have to put certain measures in place. Like, what will you tell our government, Ghana, the African continent? What can they do? Like, from your own perspective, like,
Honestly, they have experts, but
mm,
maybe this might fall
they need more ideas. Yeah.
You see, this coronavirus, like I said, viruses are difficult to treat. Let me say that viruses are difficult to treat. And then I think they are specialists back home. There are people who are very good with infectious disease back home, but they being good, they don't have the facilities there. You see, that's the thing. The evacuation plan is okay, but the thing is, you have to look at it on a bigger scale. If look at US, they evacuated their citizens, but some of them were in the plane. They got there, they realized they were sick. You understand? So right now, if you take all the people there, I'm not saying they shouldn't, but I'm saying let's say they bring everybody there, and now maybe one person is infected. That one person can
It can really affect
and
so
then,
many people.
and then you know the funny thing about this COVID-19 and why it's different from the SARS. When the SARS came around, it can only affect you when I'm showing symptoms. So if I'm not showing the symptoms, I can't give it to you. But this one, I can be here laughing with you and I give the thing to you.
But are you sure you don't have it?
Like, no, so it's
No one is safe.
you can't show the symptoms and I'll still give it to you. So let's say I can be quiet, I'm in the plane, eating with you, everything. Then that's what happened in that Japan, think that Diamond Princess yacht that has been launched in that Yokohama Island. Just one person. Right now, there are about 500 people locked down in the yacht because of this one person.